This is Beyond Church World
Podcast.
Yes, with Mrs. Kerry Kamau
And Miss Maria.
Yes, future to be Mrs.
Nimeiembrace.
Unaona tuolewa na nani we?
A very introverted human being.
From which tribe?
Msapere.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know me, I did what like to be anyway. That's another topic for another day. If you want that tea, comment below and say, Kerry, we want that tea.
Rataka chai.
But we are shooting at Tulivu Podcast Studios, located in Tao, former Hilton building. It's a beautiful place, very nice. And we'd love as many of you who have content and want to speak to the world to come and create from this beautiful space.
Yeah.
Today's conversation is
deep.
It's deep. It's hard. Now, January up to March, for many people, has not been easy. This has been the year that the Lord has decided that mutani tegemea. Fully.
Yeah.
Of course, there have been some really good, things here and there.
Yeah.
But I've realized very many of us have gone through such difficult times, and we want to talk about how we're walking through this wilderness, because that's what matters at the end of it all.
True.
And Maria, maybe you can pick it up from here.
What I think is one of the things that I love about the Pentecostal church, or even I don't know if the Catholic or any other religion was doing this, but in January we did 21 days of prayer and fasting, 40 days of prayer and fasting. So food expense was kidogo. I would say that was a good thing. But even in that space, like for me, I left employment, my 8 to 5. It was a tough decision to make. One, because it was not aligning with where I want to go. And sometimes where you want to go, it almost seems like it's gray areas, but you have to go. You have to keep walking. Just remember Johnny Walker.
No, I didn't. What? Guys, what?
So in that space, I was just asking myself, so what next? I mean, you're looking at yourself and you're thinking you're the one who does everything. Like you're saying, the noise is not a baby girl era. And in that space, you almost want to recite and keep on saying Psalms 46 verse 10. Be still and know that I'm God. Be still and know that I'm God. Haven't I commanded? You almost read the Bible again and again and again. But it seems so dark. You're fond of a routine. You're fond of a system. You're fond of doing things here and there, left, right, and center. But now it's no longer there. So what you need to do is, buckle up, shake it off, rise. Is it easy in the rising? No. You wake up in the morning and you're thinking, I ought to be at work at this time, but you're not. You try and do things that you...
Finally, you can enjoy your house. You can't think about like, finally, hivi na nyumba yangu inakaanga 11 a.m. Jua inagonganga hapa. Like, some of you have never even did your houses. Mko kwa rat race na bado nyinyi panya.
Kwanza tokagi kwa nyumba. But now, also there's a stillness and there's peace that God gives you. And actually, if you're born again, I don't know about non-believers. I don't know how you can survive.
I don't know. How? Please comment below.
God gives you so much peace in the realization that if I feed the ants, the birds in the air, you are more important than those things. I will give it to you. I will provide. I have written you at the palm of my hand. Is it easy? No. Even in the wilderness, even when Jesus was in the wilderness, man, alisema to remove this cup of suffering away from me. There are those instances where you sit umeglu. There was a time I remember, and I was distracted by a call from a friend of mine. Sikuwa nimeakisha TV. Ilikuwa sito. I just finished taking coffee, and I was looking at the TV, and I had not put it on, and I was seated for that place for a whole minute, and this person called me that and it distracted me. Like, but they've been sitting here for a long time. You almost don't know how you get yourself there.
Umezuba.
Wakatu dogomodhi. Unajua dogomodhi?
Dogomodhi.
Umegeka tu. And if you ask me what I was thinking about, akista kwambia. Yeah. But God has refined those moments again and again and again by sending people. People just put a smile on your face. I work for a TV station every Sunday, and every time I just get to wake up from that job, I realize how much of a privilege and how much of a blessing it is to just get to wake up and go to work. It is a blessing. In the wilderness is also the devil is speaking, because the devil will always tell you, sister, mbona una hustle? You're a girl. I mean, and sorry to just say this, but sometimes you're like, wababes are full in Nairobi. I was actually reading an article, I think it's on TikTok, someone was just writing how women via just getting wababes are getting so much money. Na hizo thoughts zitakam. Like, hey, mi ni mresh, by the way. Yeah, nididi nafikiria story ya kusota. But then you realize, I'm not cut from that cloth. Then you think about, I want to downsize. Sasa, you're torn between faith it till you make it, and readjust. Cost cutting is extremely expensive. You almost don't know, what am I going to cut cost? What am I going to leave? It's not that you had pleasures, and even when you had the money, it will extra, but you're not thinking, what next? So the wilderness is an ugly place. It is not sweet. No, it's not easy. You question. You ask, so why did I make this decision? I could have gone to. I could have siningekaa tu hapo. Sinikwe a toxic environment. Siningekaa tu. I mean, it could be better than just waking up in the morning and doing nothing. Washing the kitchen. Today unasugua kitchen. Kesho unaenda kwa bafu. But I will be very honest with you. Tears have been wiped from my eyes.
Amen.
Why? And I've not gotten a job. I had an 8 to 5 job. But it's that realization of, God, he gives you so much peace to an extent of, I'm not crying anymore. I'm not wallowing in that space of lack. I'm not lacking. It's not that I don't have food. It's not that I don't have friends. It's not that and I love that even when you have a conversation with people, they're like, imagine utatoboa. Utatoboa, yeah. So
please tell someone that they need to hear it.
Utatoboa. Manzo utatoboa. It's when the Bible says you will walk through the valley of the shadow of death, it's a walking space. It is not a dwelling space.
Ooh.
So you keep moving.
You're preaching good. Good. As you're talking about that, Maria, thank you so much for sharing and being so honest. I think for many people it's been different things. For me, it's been a health challenge where now you can't even work. You have that job, but you can't work.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't sit for long. You can't stand for long.
Yeah.
You can't. You're hanging by a thread, and if you're not in a good organization, I'm telling you, that's the time when you realize, huku si kwa mama yangu, utafukuzwa, for some of you it's been relational challenges where you started the year knowing that this relationship this year tunaoana, the relationship has ended.
Yes.
So many challenges, this wilderness that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we just want to walk with you and encourage you, don't give up the fight.
Yeah.
I know recently, in the recent past, there was a conversation of the Russian guy, and one of the ladies who found out her status had changed in terms of her health, and she took her own life. 2026 is beginning in such a very interesting way.
Yeah.
That's something you could have never thought that would happen in our nation. It sounds like terrorism. So as we're talking about the wilderness, you can look at your own situation and see probably it's relationally, it's health wise, it's your work. It's resources. Some of you have been living a very good life, but now you have to spend more on medication and things have changed. But the Lord promises us that He will be with us in this various wilderness, and we don't have to compromise. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't have to compromise on anything. We just have to seek Him and actually go through it. As you were speaking, I was thinking about when you're going through the wilderness and it feels like it'll never end.
Yes.
It feels like this is my nini forever.
Yeah.
And ever. Amen.
It's almost like a defining moment.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And so as we're talking about this wilderness, we want to guarantee you. This is a guarantee.
Yeah.
this too shall pass.
That's true. What you're saying is very important, Kerry. And even in the space that I have been in for those 2 months, it's been a space of self-discovery as well. What do I love? What it's not that I didn't know. It's almost like it becomes brighter. What is it that I enjoy doing? Other than that, you're skilled, you're talented, and I was actually telling someone how much, how these people, when they're selling stuff kwa TikTok, so, good morning, my loves. I'm saying, even though nitaanza good morning, my loves, sijui nitawauzia nini.
Come on.
Yeah. You almost...
Uzia watu space. Wacha wakuje. Good morning, my loves. Kujeni create content.
Kabisa. And in that, you almost get a smile on your face that you did not even look for.
That's so good.
God many bless.
That is so good.
As you said about health, when you suffer, when you don't have the gift of good health, or when you're sick, it robs away every other thing. Because everything has to be a standstill. You have to focus on health. You have to be okay. But when you have the gift of good health, sound mind, your body is functioning, your digestion is going properly, one of the things that we also take for granted as women is your menses are coming when they ought to come. You unanyesha to the way you ought to. Those small blessings, you don't think about them until you get into a space of silence. So it's not more of you keep telling God, I want this, I want this, I want this. You also tell God, now speak to me.
Speak.
Yeah. Sasa mimi, there's a song that is trending. I don't know kama iliacha kutrend ilikuwa inaimba. Rudia, rudia, kama vile kwa mtoto. Nisisahau neno lako. Like, keep on repeating to me.
Issue happy.
Yo.
So we're like trend, but I hear you. It's so
on
good.
TikTok, babe.
So good.
But it's Lord, keep reminding me how good you are to me, how present you are, and may I not forget of your goodness.
Lest I forget.
Yeah.
Maria, someone told me that Pastor Dennis White used to say, life is like riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how you're going like this. So you're either getting into a problem, in the problem, or getting out of the problem. So it's just that way. Yeah. And so sometimes when we hyper focus on the things that are not happening in the wilderness season. Now, I want to say something about the wilderness season. For some people, a wilderness season is 1 month. I remember when I also transitioned from full-time employment in 2023, January the 6th was my last work day. My wilderness was 8 months.
Yeah.
8 good months.
Yeah.
Up to August.
Yeah.
Mid-August.
Yeah.
And so that was serious.
Yeah.
I was like, and that time I was living in the house rent I was paying, the lifestyle I was living, my friend. I don't even now sijafika pali nilikuwa but of course nilipe pesa ya pension. Yeah. But you understand, your life niliishi.
Yeah.
So God is able. And I think, let me just highlight one more category of people we haven't spoken to. Those who have gone through loss and grief. You're thinking another 12 months, I'm supposed to live. It feels almost unreal. Yeah. But God is so merciful. I'm telling you, He will sustain you in ways that you don't even know. And I just want to quote DJ Krober. He said, "This will be my best year yet." And I'm like, does that even make sense? Let that be something that you can hold on to. Yeah. This is from a widow, in case you don't have context. It's from a widower who lost his wife and has been left with 3 children. And he says, because it's what my wife used to assure and affirm through difficult challenges, through wildernesses that they went through as a family, he declares that this will be our best year yet. If you can't hear it from us because we look like we're glowing or all that, hear it from Karosh. Yeah. This will be the best year yet. It does not matter what wilderness you've been onto. Yeah. Trust that and walk with the Lord. And don't miss out the lessons during the wilderness. Yeah. May God hold us, man. Yeah. God to hold to.
True.
Yeah.
True. This morning as I was doing my devotion, I
Kitambo Maria kwa anasemanga hivyo. She was too busy at work. Mnasikia, this morning as I was doing my devotion. Tell us more.
I quickly thought of the traffic lights. And sometimes you're almost thinking, what is the Lord saying? When the Lord says, I've given you power to step over scorpions and serpents. What are you saying? You've given me authority over all these things. The traffic lights in Akwagana, the green light to just tell you songa, kona the red light can be maintain, and then the amber in Akwambia, get ready, 2020. So it might be those 3 stages in life. The red light is just telling you pause, think, manifest what you want. You have the authority, put on the full armor of God, I want you to embrace yourself, because where you're going is far much bigger and better than where you are. The latter is bigger than the present.
Come on.
And so the amber now gets you ready. It gives you the momentum. It gives you the psyche. It gives you the energy. It gives you now the pressure to just move. And now when the green light is there, by the time you're moving with understanding. You're moving with a lot of knowledge. You're moving from a point of knowledge where I'm not just moving haphazardly. I have a sense of direction. And when it tells you turn your right or your left, you're almost able to move, because now you have the realization.
Love it.
Yeah.
My tomorrow must be greater than today.
True.
My tomorrow must be greater than today. Tuonane next episode. Please comment down below if you're encouraged, inspired. Please share this video with somebody who might need to hear, some of these stories. Please comment, share, engage with us so that someone else can get to hear. We're shooting from Tulivu Podcast Studios, located in the Hilton building. That's the best way you can explain the Hilton building in the
First
CBD.
floor.
And we want to welcome you. Come create, come visit, come to the co-working space. This space is for Kenyans to enjoy, and even foreigners, everyone to come and enjoy. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.